Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is News at 12. In the local scene, the Albay Provincial Persons with Disability Affairs Office has reiterated its commitment to promoting the welfare of persons with disabilities in Albay by fostering safer and more inclusive environments. PDAO head Anisita Ayabion said the office continues to implement initiatives and partnerships to fulfill its mandate of serving all PWDs in the province. Among its efforts is the deployment of a sign language interpreter at the St. Jude Thaddeus Filipino-Chinese Personal Parish and Diocesan Shrine in Legazpi City to support inclusive worship. In other story, the provincial government of Albay recognized RC Ezekiel B. Raytiran for winning the Grand Prix at the 16th Mitsubishi Children's Enike Festa 2024-2025. Out of 1,370 entries from the Philippines, Raytiran, a fifth grader from Albay Central School, secured the national championship and became the first Filipino to win the Grand Prix in Osaka, Japan. His victory highlights the power of artistic and literary storytelling through illustrated diaries promoting cultural understanding among Asian youth. The competition encouraged cross-cultural exchange and camaraderie by allowing children to share their unique experiences and perspective. The provincial government of Albay also commended Raytiran for being selected by the International Screening Committee in Japan as one of the Filipino artists. In the national scene, the Commission on Elections announced on Monday that it will request an extra 4 billion pesos for the barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections if they are delayed until next year. COMELEC Chairman George Garcia stated that the 11 billion pesos budget for this year's BSKE is still unchanged. Should the President sign the bill into law, the barangay and SK elections are set for the first Monday in November 2026. It will also lengthen the BSK official's term in office to 4 years from the present 3 years. According to its recent data, COMELEC reported that more than 2.7 million people registered across the country within 10 days for the upcoming BSKE. Garcia stated that a significant portion of the registrants, specifically 65%, came from the youth demographic. In other story, a vessel from the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources was recently attacked by a water cannon from the China Coast Guard in the West Philippine Sea. The B-Force BRP Datu Sumkad and BRP Datu Bangkaya were conducting a lawful maritime patrol near Baho de Masinloc when the incident happened. Baho de Masinloc, located 124 nautical miles off mainland Zambales in the Philippines, EEZ, is significantly closer to the Philippines than to China, which is 472 nautical miles away at Hainan Province. In other news, Vice President Sara Duterte has expressed confidence in attorney Nicholas Kaufman representing her father, Rodrigo Duterte, as his ICC charges near confirmation. Duterte declined to provide further details about Kaufman's management of the case but affirmed her trust in his readiness for the September hearing. Duterte was detained on March 11 upon returning from Hong Kong at the ICC's request as part of investigations into his presidency's alleged war on drugs. The ICC issued a warrant for Duterte's arrest, accusing him of orchestrating death squads during his term, which he allegedly financed and equipped. He was transported to The Hague the day he was arrested and appeared via video link before ICC judges on March 14 and is scheduled for a hearing on September 23. And in the news outside the country, officials reported that 2 workers lost their lives and 10 others were injured on Monday following explosions at a U.S. steel facility in Pennsylvania. U.S. Steel and Allegheny County police announced that the 2 individuals were found deceased, with the second victim requiring a comprehensive search and rescue operation to locate the remains. One injured person who had earlier been reported missing was found and taken to a hospital for treatment. Officials noted that 9 individuals were taken to nearby hospitals for treatment of various injuries. U.S. Steel stated that the incident occurred around 11 a.m. on Monday and emergency crews were quickly dispatched to the scene. Some U.S. media sources reported that individuals were trapped beneath debris from the explosion. The Clairton Coke Works is the largest coking plant in the United States where coal is processed to produce coke, a vital fuel in steel manufacturing. And finally, in the news outside the country, Gazans came together for the funeral of 5 Al Jazeera employees and six journalists who died in an Israeli attack, as Israel labeled one of them a terrorist linked to Hamas. Numerous individuals gathered in the courtyard of Al-Shifa Hospital surrounded by bombed buildings to honor Anas al-Sharif, a 28-year-old notable Al Jazeera correspondent, along with 4 of his colleagues who lost their lives on Sunday. According to Dr. Mohammed Abu Salmiya, the director of Al-Shifa Hospital, a 6th journalist, Mohammed Al-Khaldi, a freelance reporter, was killed in the attack targeting Al Jazeera team. Their bodies, draped in white shrouds with their faces visible, were transported through tight alleys to their tombs by mourners, including men in blue journalist vests. Israel verified it. It had aimed at Sharif, whom it described as a terrorist linked to Hamas, stating he pretended to be a journalist. And that's all for the news of 12, August 13, 2025. We'll be back tomorrow for more news updates. And thanks to our news writer, LJ Lurejo and Leah Guazon. And on the technical side, Chad Bobis. Of course, our Provincial Information Officer, OIZ Marty Gonzalez. And under the supervision of our Governor, Noel E. Ruzal, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.